Hi everyone, welcome back. I've got a requested video that I'm doing today. I'm so ashamed and embarrassed by how long it's taken me to do this, so I'm really sorry about that. I think it was Sarah who requested this, but apologies again if that's not correct. But I've been asked twice now to do a video which I had a comment on a video, and I was saying, oh, I'm not really a liquid lip sort of a girl, and then there was a reply back and forth, and I basically said, actually that's a great idea for a video, and I might go ahead and do a video. So here I am doing my the most longest lasting lipstick that's not a liquid lipstick. So I like your traditional lipsticks. I like all different finishes except Frost. It's just not my cup of tea. Most, if not all of these, yeah, almost all of these are a matte finish, which is to be expected if you want longevity. And let's just get stuck straight in. I'm going to start with my favourite, and I really did and ah about this. It's sort of a draw. Excuse me, I'm obviously popular. It's sort of a draw. That's a joke, by the way. But if I had to gun to my head pick one, it'd probably be this range. So it's Rimmel's Lasting Finish lipsticks, and these four I've got are from the Kate Moss selection. Now I don't find the formula to be any different in the Kate version versus the non-Kate version, so I've got 6 to show you here. I've got 4 of the Kate ones and 2 of the non-Kate ones, so I think it's more just the shades that she you know, has a say in. I'm just going to take my watch off and swatch these on my hand for you. Okay, so here are all the shades. Yeah, got a bit of a skew width swatch situation there, and as you can see they're all very different. The first shade is called, it's number 08, and it's the Kate Lasting Finish, and it doesn't have a shade, it's just 08, I think. Yeah, so they don't have shade names, they just have a colour. That's 08. This one's a cream finish, so it's not a matte finish, but I do find it quite long wearing. Obviously it's in the video, and it's just a beautiful mauvey pink colour. I absolutely love wearing this shade in the autumn in place of a nude lip, and it suits me much better, to be honest, than sort of a brownie nude, although I do like those as well. Next is 107. Now I believe this one is a cream. Out of the 107, yeah, 107's a matte, I believe, so this is a bit of a cult classic. Yeah, it's drying down matte. It's a bit of a cult classic on YouTube, talked about a lot. I think I first heard it on Little Miss Style Guru's channel, and although it's a matte finish, it's not transfer proof, because as I say, that's not my cup of tea, which is the whole point of this video. None of these I'm going to show you are going to be transfer proof. And that's obviously a great colour to wear in the autumn. You can just tell by looking at it. It's very similar to this one here, which is number 30, but that one is a little tinge more purple in it, as opposed to the 107, which is a bit more of a burgundy. So that's the number 30, which I equally love, but they do have different finishes, because I believe 107 is matte and 30 is cream. This one here, the third one along, is number 02, which is one of the first lipsticks I ever bought when I started developing my collection, and I would go as far as to say, and have done before, that is my signature shade. And it was the same when I was blonde, and it's the same now that I'm red. I still feel that that raspberry colour is my signature shade, so I love that. I mean, just look how pigmented that one is. I mean, you can see it's not got any patchiness to it whatsoever. I mean, none of these are patchy, but obviously the darker colours you do sometimes have to build up a bit, especially if they're a cream finish. This one's not used as much as the others. I just love the shade though. It's gorgeous for summer and sometimes autumn as well. It's 214 Firecracker. So as you can see, it's a beautiful sort of orangey peachy sort of shade, corally shade. I do really like that one. And then the last one is 006 Pink Blush, and that's also a cream finish. So they're all cream finishes except for 107, the second one along. And that one I bought as a contender to try on and potentially wear on my wedding day. I ended up picking up something else in the end and wearing that, but it would be a gorgeous bridal shade for fair toned skin, and when you don't want to go for that completely sort of nuded out look. Really gorgeous pink, everyday wearable, beautiful. So I really love those shades, and I would say if I had to pick one, as I say, that would be my absolute favourite line for long lasting, or the longest lasting lipsticks that are not liquid lipsticks. I think you're getting the idea. Next I'm going to move on to Maybelline. So I have 4 Maybelline shades. Maybelline and Milani I love, I just love those two ranges, but in regards to longevity, it's obviously the mattes. Now these just all happen to be quite autumnal colours. So these, I love the fact that these have names to them. So we've got 696, which is burgundy blush. I once wore this to a wedding where I was singing as well, for the bride and groom, because I do a bit of singing on the side. Don't ask me to do it on my channel because I don't think I will, but yeah, I did that, and it is difficult to pull off with somebody as pale a skin as me, and it's like a chocolatey purple. It's just stunning. I find this colour looks better for me when I wear my hair up, because when I wear my hair down with the darkness of my hair, it's just really, really vampy. But I mean, you may, really be into that vampy sort of thing. I've also got the shade 657 Nude Nuance. Again, this is one that I crack out in the autumn a lot, and that's a gorgeous sort of dusty brown, like a tan colour. I'd call that like a dusty tan colour. And then you've got Clay Crush, which is more of your warmer nude, and this one is number 656, so it's a bit lighter again as you go along, a bit more neutral. And then the last shade I've got is 975, which I think is gorgeous, which is called Divine Wine. So these are definitely going to be cracked out this autumn. That's this colour here. It's similar to burgundy blush, but a little bit more red, and a little less dark. So that's those, and either of these formulas I would highly recommend. Now all of my picks are drugstore, and that's not because it's not deliberate, it's just because I'm mainly a drugstore girl. So I'll just be honest and say it's not like I think these are better than high-end, it's just I don't tend to buy high-end lip products because I don't feel like I need to spend that much on them. So next I'm going to show you one that I've only got one shade of, which is a number 7, Boots number 7 lipstick, and it's Stay Perfect. I've got mine in the shade Classic Rose. I love this. I must say, compared to the other two formulas, the matte in the Rimmel and the matte in the Maybelline, these don't sort of tug at your lips at all. The Maybellines do tug a little bit, they are quite thick to get on. This one by Boots, it literally glides on and you think, oh, that's going to be a cream finish, and it's just a little bit more sheerer, a little bit more wearable, and then it just starts drying down until it's completely matte. Not transfer proof, as I say, but just matte. So this, I don't know if it's supposed to be marketed as matte, but I find this a matte finish on me, and lasts a really long time. I would definitely consider buying more shades of that. I also have this Lip Lava by I Love Makeup, which is a derivative of Makeup Revolution. I did buy a couple of shades, and I didn't like the other shade, and so this is the only shade I ended up liking. It's very thick, and you have to be very careful so it's not too messy, but look how opaque that is. If you put a proper lip liner on, I find this product really long lasting. It is like a liquid lipstick, but it doesn't, again, dry down, transfer proof, so it does stay, and it doesn't dry down as a matte finish, I don't find. I've had some people say they feel it is a matte finish. I think maybe there's a bit of a variant in the products, because I've had mixed feelings on that. I've heard mixed feelings on that. The colour I've got in here I think is called Tremor. It doesn't say on there, but I'm pretty sure I got the shade Tremor, so I really recommend that. Next I'm going to move on to Revlon. I've got 3 shades here. 2 of the Colour Burst Balm stains, and 1 is a matte finish matte balm. Both of them are really long lasting. This I actually lost, and I loved it product so much I repurchased it, even in my collection's vast. That's how much I love it. And it's 005 Crush. So it doesn't dry down matte at all, and it does what it says on the tin. So it's like a nice glossy sheer tint of colour. You can build it up, which I tend to do. I've layered it with other products as well, pinks, to change the shade of it. It stains your lips underneath, so as it fades it looks really, really lovely. So the colour stays on even though the glossy finish fades. And the first time I ever heard of this product was on leighannsays channel, and I wore it when I was a bridesmaid at my brother's wedding this year, and I just love both the colour and, as I say, the formula of the product. And this is the Balm Stain in Honey. Has a lovely minty scent to it, very natural, long wearing, and stains your lips a nice colour like that underneath. This is its brother or sister, which is the Matte Balm. So this one's a matte finish. Sorry, it's picking up all my arm hairs. As you can see, that glides on as a bit more wearable, a bit less opaque than the Maybellines, and that's in 260 Passionate. I wore this to a barbecue last summer and it went down a treat. I'm really happy with the photos and how they came out when I was photo bombing people or in photos. So yeah, that formula and Revlon, I love Revlon lip products in general. I love their lip butters, but obviously they're not long wearing. But I would say that the Balm Stains and the Matte Balms are very good for longevity. The very last product I'm going to mention is the Makeup Revolution lip product, and this is their Iconic Pro lipsticks. Now it has to be specifically these ones, not these shades, but this line, the matte finish in the Iconic Pro, because I have tried again a lot of the lip products from Makeup Revolution and I'm not the hugest fan, but these ones are diamonds in the rough. The shades I have are Propaganda Matte, which I think one either Propaganda or Jewel Matte, which is the next one I'm going to swatch. One of them is supposed to be a dupe for MAC's Russian Red. So I think it's this one. So Jewel Matte is the next one. So that's Propaganda, that's Jewel. And the reason it says matte on the end is because these shades come in both matte and a cream finish, the exact same colour. And Game of Mystery Matte, which I think is supposed to be a dupe for MAC's Myth. So that's there. I do find that shade quite difficult to wear, but I still love it, especially with a darker liner. So you've got Propaganda, Jewel Matte, and Propaganda Matte, Jewel Matte, and Game of Mystery Matte. So these are very long wearing as well. Not as long wearing as the Maybelline and the Rimmel, but still a good option, and they're cheaper than those. So yeah, that's all of the products I would recommend to be instead of long-lasting liquid lipsticks. If you don't like that ring around your inner mouth and you don't like that paper feel on your lips and the completely transfer proof sort of, I get dry lips and it's just not flattering on me to wear that type of a product. So I would recommend these if you're looking for a traditional lipstick that's more comfortable, more wearable, but is still going to give you a decent amount of wear time. So thanks again for recommending or suggesting this video for me to do, Sarah. I think it was you, or whoever it was, if it wasn't you, Sarah. And thanks to everybody who subscribed to my channel. Subscribe if you're not already, free of charge. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye!